One of the toughest things to do in all of college football is win on the road. When you're a ranked team going into a hostile environment, these fans are ready to knock them off course. Welcome to Memorial Stadium, Lincoln, Nebraska, and home of the Cornhuskers. As we'll see a team looking to make it back to the CFP this year, the Wisconsin Badgers, taking on another team from the Big Ten, the Nebraska Cornhuskers. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by a couple of legends, and yes, we do use that term loosely. David Pollack from the University of Georgia and former Gator Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get down to the field. And the Badgers will kick it away to start us off. Fielded in the end zone. It's Mills. He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback.
The Cornhuskers will take over 1st and 10.
Ready? Right. White 29.
From the gun, the running back has it. And this one will be stopped for no gain. This new Big Ten is balanced and deep, and you're not going to get many mulligans. You're going to need to get off to a quick start.
And it's going to be a physical grind ahead. You look at the schedule for these teams, it's brutal. Each and every week, you are going to get tested. So it's important they get off to a really fast start. They've got to come out, pick everything they did on the practice field this offseason, and let these guys go play.
Yeah, and you got to let it rip, man, because that's always your first goal, right? We talk about conference championships, winning your conference, and then it gets you to where you need to go. So looking forward to getting conference play kicked off in the Big Ten.
And the Huskers come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to keep the drive alive. Davis will throw. Here comes the heat. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
The hardest thing to do in football is to play on the road. So you want to get those fans as quiet as possible. That is a great opening possession for this defense, not giving up any big plays and forcing the 4th down.
Punt is on its way. Just a wall of defenders everywhere he looks, and he's guided out of bounds after a short return. This crowd trying to make life miserable for this offense. Out of the gun, the inside handoff, looking for a crease. At the 40, there he goes. Still on his feet. He gets across the 20 and finally out of bounds at the 19 there in the red zone.
And busting big runs like this, we always talk about the running backs, but it's the big boys up front, paving their lanes, those receivers gluing on those DBs that make these plays really go for big yardage.
And how about those receivers? Not just the glamour of catching passes, but doing some dirty work too.
No doubt. When they get on those guys in the 2nd level and get on those DBs, that's when you break those big, long runs.
Great team defense on that run play. Everybody doing their job. People winning their one-on-ones, D linemen staying in their gaps, linebackers and DBs filling. You just can't do it better.
The give to the back. He's wrestled to the ground right at the 15-yard line, and a big red zone opportunity here. The crowd getting behind this defense as they try to get a stop in the red zone. Off play action. Quarterback floating away from pressure. Snagged in the end zone. Touchdown, Badgers.
Touchdown, Wisconsin.
They can use this first score to sort of set the tone, guys, in this rivalry matchup.
Man, doesn't this feel good to come out, score early, get the crowd involved, get the nerves out of the way, Palmer, when you're playing in a big rivalry game.
Yeah, and I feel like momentum's always a big thing in any game, but in rivalry games, it's that much more important because everybody is going to feed off that first score now.
Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17.
10.
And here comes the Nebraska offense back onto the field. They went 3 and out on their first possession, now to see if they can be more productive this time around. Makes the grab. Now they've got a little room to work with. They're out to the 28 with a first down.
It's really tough on offenses when defenses know what you got to do. You got to pass the football. They're in man coverage. How about the receiver understanding where the first down is? He smells it. He goes and gets it.
Offense has it at the 28 on first down. Davis looking to pass. He tries to take the top off. And the defense making a play and getting a hand on that pass. You guys have both played in rivalry games, so what did you do to keep yourself locked in during that week of preparation, David?
Well, you try to keep your emotions in check, but it's really, really hard to do because a lot of times the hatred is so strong. The emotions are so real. The coaches get super tight, and they start talking about things, Jesse, so you don't just treat it as another game.
No, it's hard to handle the anxiety leading up to those games, not just because of what it means to your season, but because of what the fans are saying, what your coaches are saying, what your family and friends are saying, understanding how important those rivalries are.
It'll take some work to get to the sticks. It's 3rd and long from the 30. From the gun, wants to pass. Moving out of the pocket. He turns it loose to the left. Pulls it in down the sideline. And the explosiveness, the big gainer, gets it to the 49-yard line.
That's going to drive the defensive coordinator crazy because these guys take pride on their sub-defense packages. When you get into 3rd and long situations, that's when D coordinators love to get creative and throw all these exotic blitzes and pressure the quarterback. Nobody got even close to him that time. Way too much time to survey the field. And that was just way too easy for the offense to pick up that first.
Breaks out another sweet move and gets it down to the 40.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
The Cornhuskers with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Quarterback making adjustments. Going with the ground game left. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
Yeah, you just feel like the running back's asking for redemption on that one. You know, 2nd and short, and you're giving him the football. He can't get the first himself. Now it's 3rd down. He's looking over on the sideline like, call it again, throw me the ball, I can go do this. It's never a good feeling for the running back in that situation.
The Huskers are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. The screen, he can go. Putting together a real scoring threat here as they pick up the first down at the 36.
Well, we know this guy is special, and because of that, his quarterback is looking to him on critical down and distances. There on that 3rd down, there was no question. It wouldn't have...
Oh, he's got some space. Goes out of bounds, but not before he gets it to the edge of the red zone right at the 20.
This is an offense that can move the sticks in a whole lot of different ways. Now you're seeing it on the option here. Great job by the quarterback. Reading the defense, there's nobody there taking him, so he puts his foot in the ground, he gets upfield, and he's got really nice elusiveness once he's out in the...
He'll take a shot. He snares it in the end zone. Touchdown, Nebraska. Looking for the tie with the extra point.
And it's so underrated. The relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, and the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when you're throwing into the end zone because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now in game.
Okay, here comes the Wisconsin offense onto the field. They saw what happened on that last scoring drive and now probably feeling a little bit of heat to answer. Knocked down behind the line of scrimmage, he'll lose a yard. It's amazing how play by a defensive end in the backfield can really swing the momentum not only of a series but of a game sometimes.
All you're trying to do is create negative plays, to get them behind the sticks a little bit, to get those sacks, to get those tackles for losses. You see so much stunting in college football up front with the defensive line because you know once you get one of those plays, you got the offense right where you want.
Is incomplete. Third down coming.
The black shirts looking to this crowd, and they are delivering energy on this big third down. He's got him. He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the first down. They'd hope to be able to pick up enough after the catch, but a good stop leaves them with a 4th and short.
Really good job by the defense being physical, understanding the situation in the game. The ball's going to come out quick. You know that. Go make the tackle, force the 4th down.
Makes the catch at the 35. They make the stop, and that is exactly what you want out of your punt cover unit.
First and 10.
The Cornhuskers ready to go back to work on offense. How big is this drive? Scored a touchdown the last time they had it. Defense gets a stop, and now it's up to them in a tie game.
All right, so if you're the offensive coordinator here, let's dial it in. Who are your best matchups and best playmakers to take advantage of this golden opportunity?
Yeah, and I'm interested to see this defense, too. Like, the momentum is clearly not in your favor. How do you get it back? How do you make a big play? Do you be more aggressive here to try to get the football back to your offense?
From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game.
You want to make play calling easy for an offensive coordinator? Run the ball like that every play. I mean, when you can run that on first down and set up a short yardage on second down, it makes play calling easy. Every single call on that sheet is available here on second down.
And the Huskers can really attack on this 2nd and short. Leaves it with the back. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a 1st down.
Well, when you talk Nebraska football, it always comes down to their ability running it on offense. Whether it's the option or whether it's conventional, they've got a long and illustrious history of great running backs, and this guy is on the field for a reason. His vision, his ability to make people miss, run with toughness, he can do it all.
They'll move the wide receiver. Running back searching for a hole. Turning it on. Gets it past the marker. Gets him on the ground at the 28, but not before a big 10-yard pickup.
Wow. 4 plays on this drive by the offense. They already got 3 first downs. We knew they had a lot of playmakers coming into this game, and they're showing that right now. This defense is going to have to make a play at some point here and stop the bleeding.
The Cornhuskers come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Davis will throw, and he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
That's how you blow up the screen pass if you're on defense. You got to hit the quarterback fast and force the incompletion.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down.
180!
Rides the back and leaves it on the option. Got the 1st down and more. Finally run out of bounds inside the 20-yard line. They'll mark it at the 18.
It's hard to stop great runners. It really is. That's why you run the football consistently. You got a big offensive line, a big physical unit. You run the football like this, man, it will take a toll later. But you got to tackle this guy over and over again who has this ability to make people miss and make big plays.
The Huskers pounded the rock to move the sticks. Now back to work.
Red 70, black salt. Red 80. Red 80.
Good hands in there by the defense to force the incompletion.
Falls
I love the quick decision the QB made there on that RPO, knowing he wanted to get it out of his hands fast. He just needs to make a more accurate throw moving forward.
Working well behind the sticks on second down. Quarterback on the keeper. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
Yeah, and it's a nice job by this defense understanding, listen, that QB is a threat, and they're going to run all kinds of options, and he's going to run the football. They were dialed in and got that sucker to the ground.
They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
QBs and receivers on 3rd down, everything has to happen just a split second sooner. You're expecting pressure, the quarterback gets hit, just not on the same page with his target.
And this one is perfect. And with that field goal, they now have the lead. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. And he's going to bring it out of the end zone. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. They'll get this drive going from the 17. Wants to throw on 1st down off the play fake. He's going to let one fly down the middle. Catch inside the 30 and still running. And he cruises his way to the house. Touchdown, Wisconsin.
Well, as a defense, you know you're going to see the go route, especially against this guy. He does it to defenses, it seems, every single week, and so they're not able to get back deep enough. They get run by, he makes the catch, and then runs it into the end zone. They're going to have to change up their coverage and get some safety help up over the top because this guy's speed is a problem.
And the extra point is good, and it's a 4-point lead. While we're only through one, these quarterbacks have been lighting up their stat lines. Lots of time left, and we're ready to get back to it and open the 2nd period. Kicker has everything lined up and about set to get this one underway. Looks like he's going to bring it out. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22.